Okay, guys. So today we will do group discussion. Okay. So we'll go on with the first group discussion. I need 10 people. I'll select 10 people. Whosoever will raise hand. And you will continue with the discussion for 10 minutes. One person will start, one person will conclude. I hope you have your copies and pen with you so that you can write down your notes. And I hope you remember that you have to take the other person's name while talking to them. Okay. While addressing them. Okay. I hope there's no disturbance behind you. Okay, great. Yes, guys. The first topic which we are taking up is pen is mightier than the sword. The first topic we are taking for today is pen is mightier than the sword. Please raise hand whosoever wants to come forward for the first group discussion. Rhythm, Muskan, Asta, Sanjay. Sanjay, you got the chance? Okay. Sahil, Niharika, Priyanshu, I hope your internet is fine. Priyanshu, Diksha. Hmm. How many do I have? Okay, guys, please start introducing yourself. If I'll be left with any, I'll take new. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Astasha and I'm born and brought up in Mumbai and I'm currently pursuing arts in FIJC in the College of Mirabai College of Arts in Mumbai.
Hello everyone. Myself Preksha Jain. I am born up and brought up at Bodop. Currently, I am doing BCon Honors from Shyamprasad Mukherjee College, University of Delhi.
Hello
Hello
everyone, my
everyone.
name is Sahil Vaidya. Currently, I am pursuing second year BSc, second general BSc from Thakur of Science and Commerce, Mumbai.
Hello everyone, my name is Rhythm. I was born in Himachal Pradesh and brought up in New Delhi. I studied in physical science and chemistry third year in Bhagini Nivedita College, Delhi University.
Okay, Rhythm, can you please switch off your screen? I can't hear you properly actually. Please do the debate. Please do the group discussion with your screen off. Okay, next one.
Hello everyone, my name is Muskan Bhutyani. I was born and brought up in Rishikesh and currently staying in Rishikesh. I am currently in Gurgaon and I'm currently pursuing company secretary professional course.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Sanjay Joshi. I have been born and brought up in a small city, Pathankot, Punjab, and I'm a third-year student of Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality and Hotel Administration from the reputed Institute of Hotel Management, Gurdaspur.
Hello everyone, my name is Priyanshu Verma and I'm born and brought up in Balia and currently I'm pursuing my commerce from BHU Varanasi. Thank you.
Can't hear you, Niharika. Okay, Tisha.
Hi everyone, my name is Tisha. I was born and brought up in Mumbai and I'm currently pursuing my 12th standard from NL College in Mumbai.
Okay, Niharika. Okay, Dhruv.
Hi, my name is Dhruv. Yes.
And Priyanshu, can you please put your screen off because your internet is not working well. Yes, Dhruv, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Dhruv Mandani. I was born and brought up in Lucknow. Currently, I am a third year BCom graduate from Lucknow University, and I am a CA intermediate candidate.
Okay, Mahi.
Hello everyone, I am Mahi Mutkal. I am born and brought up in Ghaziabad and I am pursuing BSc from Maharaja Agrawal College, Physical Science with Computer Science.
Okay, so as Niharika will come in, I'll ask her to join in. Right now the time is, guys, 9:10. We will start the discussion at 9:11. The discussion will continue till 9:21. Okay, you'll have 10 minutes for discussion. Please start preparing. Your 1 minute preparation time starts now. You guys have half a minute more. Fifteen seconds. Niharika?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. So guys, your time has started. Please start.
Hello, everyone. I want to start a discussion that a pen is mightier than the sword. It has a symbolic significance of the pen has higher value than the sword. Power of fighting cannot change the mind of people, but writing can show its impact as it is mightier than the sword.
I would like to just add on, Priyanshu, that pen is mightier than the sword. The statement says that the pen has the more ability to just embrace people, as the pens and writing behaved in a civilized manner, and the sword do not behave in the same manner. So yes, pen is mightier than the sword as it behave in a civilized manner. So I would like others to please put their points.
I agree to what Sanjay said and would like to add that so when you write, actually your brain and your heart are both intact together, and you try to understand the whole situation thoroughly. And but whereas in the case of violence, just your anger is taking the place, and it just tends to have destruction and loss of lives everywhere.
Well,
I
I
would
have
like
a
to add.
different opinion on the same.
Go on.
Like at times you need to maintain peace with power. Like I'll give you a stat over here. Out of 196 countries, only 36 countries in the world don't have armies. And even if they don't have armies, they depend on other countries. Like currently Afghanistan in the Taliban situation is depending on India, USA to protect them. And I think for invasion attempts, we should at least have a proper defense system to at least protect ourselves and defend ourselves. So I think sword can be used too in some situations.
I would
Well,
like to add
I'd
another
like-
dimension to the discussion by
Muskan.
saying that if we talk about print media and electronic media, it's creating a huge impact in today's world right now. The simple statement written on a paper can create a huge impact on public or general public to influence them for the basics and for any information. So yes, pen is more powerful.
I
want
agree
to
with
prove
Muskan.
this statement with
Sometimes many
an
of our
example.
comments. May I say, Preksha?
I want to prove this statement with
Go on.
example. Like at the time of freedom, Gandhiji signed a one paper that changed the full situation of the India. If he did not sign it, maybe in that time our country in a better position.
I want to add to what Preksha said. According to me, pen is a constructive weapon and sword is a destructive weapon, because whenever we use sword, either we kill anyone or we either get killed. But pen will not cause such destruction which sword causes.
I agree
I
to what
would-
Priyanshu said. So according so writing in words, it actually lasts for centuries, and even many generations go through it and they remember what is written in that particular time. But whereas in violence, it is just loss of lives and nothing else.
Okay,
And
let's
I
add
would
another
like to
dimension
say,
to the discussion by saying that sometimes, even with some comments of many people, we can see the careers of very influential people get ruined. Sometimes with just a few comments. With this, we can see the might of pen, that not just violence is required to win, sometimes just words can also cause a big change.
Well, adding a new dimension, I would like to say that pen is not always constructive or useful, because in many countries, I'll give you the example of China. The Communist Party over there, they don't even allow their media to write what the media wants. The media over there doesn't have freedom of speech. And if they go anything and if they write anything against the government, well, I think every one of us knows here what can happen to them. So I think that pen can not always be constructive. Instead, the media over there should fight with oppression for their rights. Because see, everywhere you can't be Gandhi. Sometimes you need to be a Bhagat Singh too.
I would like to say there are many scholars and philosophers in this world, and with their writing, they had just ruled the nation as their writing speaks, and it is more embraced by the people. And we can say that these writers are the rulers of the nation, but a king can only rule a kingdom. So I would just like to say that, so others can put their views on.
I want to add
Totally
to what
agreed with
Sanjay said.
Sanjay's point.
that-
I would like to say that all the military achievements and done by the Napoleon or Alexander the Great, Hitler, etc., was gone into vain, and the ideals which was the writings which were written by the ideals, and we always preach them. We have always learned them something. So that's the power of the writings and the things which you have written.
I agree
want
with
to
that,
add to what-
and I also want to say that strategists have much higher pay than a normal special forces soldier. Why is this? Because sometimes while winning a war, just might is not enough. Sometimes we also need strategy and intellect in order to win.
I beg
I
to
want to
differ
add
from
to what Redam said. Yes, Dhruv, go ahead.
I beg to differ from everyone who is in favor of this topic. I think sword is better than the pen, because never a battle is won through a pen. It's only won through a sword. Pen are just to sign the treaties for it, right? Pen
I beg
is
to
continue. Yeah.
No,
I
no,
beg to differ with what Dhruv said,
Just-
because
just-
while power of sword ends with death, loss, and destruction, but pen brings inspiration, motivation, and transformation of our souls.
Well, Priyanshu, see, war brings destruction, but if the country has resources, revenues, and they can sustain themselves even after a loss of destruction. I'll give you the example of Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They're a developed country. They face so much through those bombs, but still, they are one of the best developed countries there are.
I would like to just add another dimension. A sword or a pen does not work at its own, right? So this is we which make the working of a sword or a pen. That we with the sword we just fight, and with a pen we just write. So it is our mindset that we have either to fight or to write. So
Because
And we should
having
go
a
with
pen in the hand, it's like it's a peaceful way to get out of the situation. But when it comes to sword, what happens is, as said by Priyanshu, like either is the person who are fighting is killed, or himself is killed. And one more thing that I wanted to add is like the war that were fought before in history were also written by writers. That's the reason they were popular, and now they are known by many of the generations that are ahead. So no matter the war were fought or not, it depends on the writer how he or she can frame it. So I believe that pen is mightier than sword, because
I
Yeah,
beg to
I
differ from.
agree with Asta. I want to add another example how one article changed the Harshad Mehta life.
yes.
I beg to differ from Asta. We can take the example of North Korea, right? We can see the North Korea versus the world, how North Korea uses a sword and has a good geopolitical situation in the world, right? And people don't know what a sword can do. Results are only decided by the sword, not by the pen.
But when you go like in deep of this, the people of North Korea are living in like virtual prison, we can say, because if a person goes there, he or she has to be checked thoroughly, and if the person leaves that country, that goes for the same thing. And people who are living out there, it's like lockdown for like past many years, and that is not good.
and I just want to say that a war, when it is fought for a short period of time, and it is remembered for a short period or decade. But when words are written, when history is inscribed by the scholars, then it is written forever, and it is just there forever. Till today, we can just know that what was in the history, but a war was for a short period of time. So I think that pen has more power than the sword.
Okay,
I
now
want
I
to
would
add
like
to what
to
Sanjay
enter
said,
the
as
conclusion.
sword is a
Anyone have
weapon of
any
physically
points to
strong
add?
people, but a pen can be a weapon for both weak and strong people too. So I would like to bring a conclusion that, as Sanjay said, it depends on how we use pen or sword and for what purpose. So I will bring an end to this.
Okay. Okay. As time is left, I'll give 30 seconds for one more person to conclude. I think Niharika wanted to conclude. Yes, Niharika, go ahead.
Yes, in conclusion, I would like to say that although the people who were in my opposition would say that the pen is mightier because war are fought, destruction can happen, and with the help of a pen, scholars can write whatever they want. It will be remembered for generations. But a country, if they have scholars, the scholars will not go and fight on the border to protect their country so that the people can sleep peacefully at night. Why can we sleep peacefully at night? Because the soldiers are fighting for our lives, not only theirs. And also, as I already gave the example of China, some some countries, they don't really have freedom of speech. So what's the point of writing if you can't write what you actually feel, what is in your mind? With this, I rest my case. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So guys, just be aware of one thing, that the moderator, the interviewer can sometimes ask you if the time is left for someone else also to conclude. Though it's always the one person who concludes. One more thing, I saw it on a face of few people, even Dhruv and Niharika, that as Priyanshu took the chance and he concluded, right? Your eyebrows went up. It means that you wanted to conclude and you missed that chance. That should not come on your face. Okay, I know why you did it. Niharika, I know why you did it, because you were saying something and he just came in the middle. I know, whatever it was, it should not come on your face. Whatever is the reason should not come on your face. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. Because when a company is interviewing you or you are going in a group discussion, what they're looking for is an employee, right? And if a deal is going against your decision, against the way you want it to go, if it will come on your face, that will not be good for the company, right? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Okay. Priyanshu, you started the discussion and you ended it as well. And you spoke many times in the middle. You have to speak 3 or 4 times in the middle and take a start and or the conclusion. Okay. So sometimes speaking less can also give you more marks. Rhythm, you could have spoken more, but whatever point you put up were great. Sanjay, very good way of speaking. What you can, one thing which you can improve, Sahil can improve, ध्रुव का थोड़ा बहुत ठीक है, but you two need to improve is your head angle. Your heads are always tilted. They need to be straight.
Okay.
ठीक है? You're always tilted. Muskan good, Preksha good, spoke less. Preksha, you were putting your points forward, but you were speaking half language. You were speaking short sentences, which is not good. You were unable to put your points straight to the audience. Niharika, better than few others, but you can do far better than what you were doing. I'll tell you why. Because revolving around a particular point will not take you anywhere. You said something, the group accepted it, you need to move forward with another dimension. For example, the China wala point. Okay, so you need to move forward. You can't bring the same point again and again in the discussion. Okay, once it is accepted by the audience, it is not accepted by the audience, it's fine, you talk as much as you want about it. Astha, good. Dhruv, you played well, you played smart by going against everyone else. Your point was left incomplete because Priyanshu came in the middle and said something. You should have stopped him then and there, and Priyanshu, you could have got minus marks there. You shouldn't have stopped him because he spoke after a long time. See, I'll tell you what, Priyanshu got marks on leadership. As you know, there are various parameters which I've told you before. So out of those parameters, you got marks on leadership, but you lost marks on interruption on the same point, right? Because he was speaking. You gave him the chance and you took it back. Okay, which is not good, which you should not repeat. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. I want everyone on mute, please.
Sure.
Okay, so the topic is pen is mightier than the sword, right? There is always a fight which I would like to relate it to. Finance is more important or engineering? Science is more important or commerce? Commerce says science can't do anything if we won't get the finance. Marketing says science can't promote anything if we are not there to market it. Science says you can't walk on a road if we won't build the bridges and the cars. I think this is somewhere similar discussion which was happening here. Some were saying that we won't know the history if it was not written. What is the history all about? It was about the warriors. If they will not fight, what will you write? Yes, I agree to one point. Pen is mightier than the sword because it's the pen which can lead to wars as well. This is one point which I was waiting for people to put forward here, but couldn't see it happening a much. But it's because of the pen a lot of times that war happens. If you pay some heed to the story of Hitler, if you pay some heed to the story of Roosevelt, if you start paying heed to these people, you will understand that the wars were led because of the pen which wrote things which weren't supposed to be written. We always say, na, don't instigate me. And we also say that once what is written cannot be taken back. What you said, you can say sorry. Because sometimes you speak unintentionally, but you can't run your brain and write unintentionally. So statement should not be an understatement. This has to be kept in mind if we always want to end up saying pen is mightier than the sword. Thank you. Guys, you have to put in more pointers forward. Okay, revolving around few points would take you anywhere. Okay, otherwise good discussion. As a group, I'll give you 8 out of 10. Still a lot of scope for improvement. Okay, so we'll go forward with the second round of discussion. Okay. Right now the time is 9:27. The second round of discussion will start at 9:30. Start raising your hands fast. The topic is clouds are moving. Yes, so first topic which we took up was not actually a completely abstract topic. That was a debatable topic. Okay, the current topic which we are taking up is a abstract topic, which mostly comes in IIM interviews as well. Okay, so sorry. The topic is clouds are moving. Okay, it's an abstract topic. Just know that. Please start raising a hand. Shreya. Gaurav. Neha Singhal. Vishti Singh. Ishita. Sanya. Rhythm, put your screen off. Niharika, put your screen off. Okay. Sanya, there should be no. Okay, there's sound behind you, Sanya. Preksha, I'm giving you one more chance. Just make sure that you don't leave understated. You don't leave short sentences. Okay, you have to complete your sentences. That is why I'm giving you this chance. Okay, is that clear? Pranjal Ramesh. No sound, guys. Please make sure that there is no sound behind you. Samiksha. Okay. Dinika. Okay. Sana. Okay. I think we have got many people now. Priyanshu, no, you spoke a lot in the first one, so I won't give you a chance again. There's some sound behind someone. Okay, guys. We can start now. Guys, start introducing yourself one by one if you have not introduced yourself in the first discussion.
Hello everyone. My name is Vishti Singh. I was born and brought up in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I am a second year student pursuing BCom Honors from IEHE Bhopal.
Hello everyone, I'm Sana Sheikh, born and brought up in Mumbai. I'm currently studying in 12th grade, Khalsa College, Mumbai.
Hello everyone, my name is Sanya Handa. I was born and brought up in New Delhi. I've recently completed my graduation in BU of Retail Management and IT from Jesus and Mary College, Delhi University.
Hello everyone, my name is Shreya Agrawal. I was born and brought up in Sambalpur, Odisha. I'm currently in the first year of BMS Honors program from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata.
Hello everyone, my name is Ishita. I was born and brought up in Hisar, Haryana. Currently, I'm studying in class 12, pursuing humanities stream.
Hello everyone, my name is Danika. I'm born and brought up in Mumbai and I'm currently pursuing SYVFM from NL College, Mumbai University.
Hello everyone, my name is Nesingal. I was born and brought up in Saranikeda, Dholpur, Rajasthan. Currently, I am pursuing BCom second year from Raj University at Dholpur.
Hello everyone, I am Gaurav. I was born and brought up in Vellore, Tamil Nadu, and currently I am pursuing BCom Honors from Christ University, Bangalore.
Hello everyone, my name is Pranjal Ramesh Bhukre. I was born and brought up in Mumbai. Currently, I am pursuing TY BCom from CHM College, Mumbai University.
Hello everyone, my name is Niharika Singh. I was born in Rajasthan and brought up in Delhi and Dehradun. Currently, I'm pursuing my 11th grade from Venkateshwar International School.
Okay, guys. I hope you can hear me. We have already passed the time. We'll start the discussion at 9:32 sharp. Okay, you guys have 1 minute to prepare. Please start preparing, writing, etc., so that you can start well. The discussion will go on till 9:42 from now. Thirty seconds to go. Ten seconds to go.
Good evening, everyone. Today, the topic proposed by the House is clouds are moving. So I think this is symbolism because when clouds pass, what is the first thing we see? We see the sun rays, right? So we can see the sun rays as a ray of hope because they symbolize that the dark times are passing and light can be found and happiness can be found in the darkest of times. Only one remembers to switch on the light, and the light comes when the clouds passes. So the bad times are passing and the good times can be coming.
I would like to add on to what Niharika said. We can explain it properly. Life is like sky. Okay. And sun is the good parts of our life. The sky and the sun stays there. What keeps moving is the clouds. So they come and they go. They keep moving in your life. Sometimes they make it much beautiful. Sometimes they hide the sun. But the fact is that they keep moving just like our problems in our lives.
Yeah,
I would like to add another dimension to the discussion. If we talk about clouds, if we talk about the various seasons related to clouds, monsoon represents darkness, and dark clouds can be taken as inspiration for us, so that we can think that problems solved only when we look for a solution, not like that.
I
totally agree with what Sanya
I would
said.
like to add.
You might go ahead.
I would like to add another dimension in the group discussion that we faces COVID-19 problem in our life. After that, we are we are solving the problems. That's why clouds are moving in a.
So I would like to add another dimension to the discussion by adding the point of the rain. The rain is a beautiful phenomenon when a cloud loses water. And if we talk about life, we sometimes need to lose a part of ourselves to find the new us. So clouds signify that process of feeling in a great way.
I would like to add another dimension in the. I would like to add another dimension in the discussion by saying that if we assume clouds as our life, then sometimes life seems stagnant at the point of time. But no, as clouds are moving, life is also moving, and we need to keep working hard all the time because yes, life is changing and our hard work will ultimately pay off.
I would like to add to what Rhythm said, saying
we
that
talk about the process, how clouds are formed. First of all, clouds are formed and then it turns into rain, and then it again evaporates and goes back to the cloud. Same way, if clouds form their own path in life, we also need to make our own paths, not be dependent on others.
I would like to add that I would like to focus on the point that
when clouds move, we need to understand that it's not only the moving forward we need to focus on, we also need to learn and grow whilst moving forward, and also to leave things behind when necessary and when they become a burden.
I would like to add what Sana said, that why the clouds are moving. Should I continue?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I would like to focus on the point that why the clouds are moving. It's because of the winds. These winds represent the knowledge we acquire in the process. So it is more important to acquire knowledge while moving forward.
I would like to another dimension to the discussion by saying that clouds are always not only black, it sometimes is white also. So it's our point of view that how can we see the situation and how can we handle the problem. It's our point of view and how much capable we are to handle the situation. This is also important with moving ahead with the clouds and with the path of the life.
I would like to
add another point.
I didn't hear Gaurav's point of view first, please.
Thank you. And I would like to add another discussion to the topic, saying that clouds are moving only when you look at them. So it's necessary that we look at opportunities that are coming ahead in our life and we grab them.
I would like to
I'll
add
agree with what Gaurav said, and I think the clouds also symbolizes the importance of passion in everyone's life, like how the clouds move only because they hold on to the wind. Similarly, in life, we have to hold on to our passion to move ahead to get us through the dark times.
I would also like to
add
point
what
saying that if we talk about
Yes, Muskan.
thank you so much. Yeah, if we talk about clouds, before raining, they come down to river and then they go up. That's the phase, like a bad phase, which we always see. And after a bad phase, we always shine and we always more stronger than before. So that's the also point.
If we
dimension as the clouds come down as rain and then go back up. Similarly, if we talk about our life, we have different phases of life and we need to take on lessons from each phase and move ahead in life and not get stuck on any problem.
I would like to
add another point.
It's not that we should not be stuck on problems. We should actually learn from them. And when we do learn, see, I have many problems in life, but when I look back at myself, I'll give you the example of public speaking only. Once I went on a stage, I could not speak. I cried in front of like 150 people and I came back. But when I look back on that day, I don't see sadness. I don't see any shame. All I see is that, okay, look how far I have come right now. Right now, I can speak in front of 160 people without stammering, without even thinking that if they will judge me. If they will, then that's their problem.
I would like to
add
another
what
point.
Niharika said, but I would like to add another
clouds.
dimension to the discussion by saying that we always think that the clouds are moving, but at night we don't see the clouds moving, but they are moving. That's how life is. Sometimes we feel that we have lost the direction in the life, but we are actually moving in the direction to the destiny.
I would like to add.
I agree with Ishita, and now I want to add another point that if we look at the clouds and see that they are actually moving, they are having activity. If we see huge companies like as clouds, then actually if they look stagnant on the surface, no, they aren't. There is actually a huge team behind the whole big company which is continuously moving, and because of which the whole company is standing up. It is just like how the duck's feet in the water are continuously moving, toiling very hard, although it looks very calm on the surface.
I would like to add a point here and say that the clouds do not know the directions and the shapes they're going to take. The sky knows. So that you will also know. The point is that we have to raise ourselves high enough to see beyond the horizons.
I'd like to add another discussion to the topic by introducing the element of wind in the clouds. So clouds might tend to improvise, but then winds, they come, they act as culprit, they tend to change the direction of clouds. So in our lives too, we might be focused upon something, and like culprits like wind might come over and they would try to shift us, distract us, but we should be like clouds, like we focus on where we move.
Another point I would like to add is expressing our emotions. And this is especially for men. I'm not stereotyping anyone, but I've seen this myself that men, they are not very good at expressing their emotions. And why is that? If clouds can express their emotions by raining, so can everyone else. If you're going through some stress, we are going through anxiety, why do we hesitate to cry in front of our loved ones? If you want to cry, cry. If you want to dance like a maniac in your house, you can if you've achieved something.
I completely agree with what Niharika said, and I want to add one point here. If we talking about emotions, if we don't have anyone to express our emotions, we still need to keep on moving in life, whether it is with our friends or without them. So talking about my example, even if I don't have any friends, good friends in my life, I still keep moving on. I don't take setback of anything.
To conclude, I think everyone has their own way to get inspiration from the crowd. We see people getting inspired by the clouds in many ways. Some see them as how we strongly pass our problems. Some see them how we keep moving ahead in our lives by taking our problems, by learning from it, and hoping for the brighter day, the next day that comes brighter, and we shine brighter. So that's all I can get from the discussion. Thank you.
As we have 1 minute left for the conclusion, I would just like to add to what Shreya said, that sometimes the cloud doesn't know their real shape because they don't have any. The point is what we see. So the problems are not as we see. It just depends on our perspective. It just depends on how we are seeing the problems. If they're here, if they're not here, if the clouds are moving, if the clouds are not moving, it depends on you and it depends on us, that how we see it. So the clouds are moving always in our lives. It's just the time for you to see how it is moving.
Okay. I would say Niharika and Sanya, try to speak less. You make good points, but try to speak less. You might end up losing marks because there were some clashes happening. Now, Niharika got some points on leadership because she gave chance to Gaurav out of nowhere. Some other people were fighting. She suddenly came in the middle and gave a chance to Gaurav, and it actually went to Gaurav. So that is what leadership is. Okay. So that's a good thing. Now, Muskan, Pranjal, and Sriya, there was a fight. There was a clash happening twice or thrice. Okay. Which is actually good. I'll tell you what. Someone said it in the chat box, it looked like a fish market right now. If it looks like a fish market when you are in actual group discussion in any company, there you won't have a chance to work on it and improve yourself. Right now you have one, because what fish market it has become right now, I can assure you one thing, it will be a better or a worse, I'm sorry, fish market out in the company when you are there doing a group discussion. Right now you have less pressure. Imagine guys, if you are listening, the pressure which you will have there. Okay. So over and above that fish market, it is also that anxiety which is coming from within into you, which might make things more difficult. Okay. Sana, you might have lost few points because when Shreya, Sana, and you were in a clash, you had already spoken twice and they both did not even do their first debut. Okay. So you had to give them chance. Gaurav, you need to open your mouth more when you speak. Okay. Sometimes your words are inside you, which I know is also a kind of accent you have, but try to build that up. You might face problem in the North India side. Okay. Not I hope you understand. I take it positively what I just said, because
Yes,
it is important to have that kind of view. Rhythm good, but again I'll say I was expecting better. Okay. Ishita added good points, but I think I'll need to file a case against you. You stole one point of mine, that night one. I think I've spoken it before someday. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember it was someone wrote that when we had this discussion for the first time, someone wrote it in the chat box and you spoke that point. You like explained the point, and I remember it.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Okay. Good. Vishti, good. But again, you are getting into clash and you're not able to come out of it. You're out of practice. You need to get back in practice. Preksha, you need to smile. I don't know what happened to you. You are not smiling at all, and that will put in more negative points towards your side. Even if you're unable to get a chance, you don't know when you get one. If you get one, you need to make full advantage of it. So until and unless you're getting that chance, don't make a sad face, because that will not give a good impression on the interviewer in any form. Okay. Having said that, clouds are moving. They're only moving when you're looking at them with full concentration. And your life will be moving when you have focus on your own life rather than that of the neighborhood. I am not trying to be sarcastic. I hope you got what I'm trying to say. We are worried about others. We're not worried about ourselves. I'll tell you what. Let's take it in two ways. One way I explained you, that was a point of concentration, maybe a new one. I'll add on one more point to it now, which just got in my mind. Let's say clouds are moving. In the same way, problems are moving in your life daily. You know how you have to be? You have to be that airplane and the helicopter, which just passed through that cloud with some kind of turbulence, but still passes on and lands at the location they want to land peacefully. When there is turbulence, what is the problem with the flights? It's that cloud which come in the middle. Take it, compare it. You will get the sense out of it. They still pass on. No matter it is Boeing 700 or Airbus, it doesn't matter. They show turbulence. No matter it is a normal commercial plane, Indigo, Vistara, or it is the plane of Prime Minister Narendra Modi going from India to USA day before yesterday. They will show turbulence because of the clouds, but they still pass them on, and you have to pass them on. And the clouds are the problems in your life. Thank you very much. Now, few points on the overall group discussion which happened here. I'll just say one thing. Is there anyone here who has done group discussions here from last, like in once a week in all across 1 year, and has given some interview in some company and got selected in a group discussion kind of a thing? Okay. Muskan, can you share your experience, please? Which was
I have given interview in a firm. Like there are many firms which were taking interviews, and for shortlisting students, they were part of group discussion is a part of that process.
Okay.
So I gave that interview, that group discussion, and that was like out of 20 people, 5 people has to be selected, and I was the 4th one to be selected. And it was like the topic, I don't remember the exact topic, but I spoke well. I spoke 2-3 times, and that dimension point, which I used to enter into that actually helps me a lot. Okay. Because no one was using that point, and the introduction part has actually helped me in an interview, because when I was introducing myself, though that was a unique way that people think that is a unique way to introduce yourself. So
okay.
That was very helpful.
Okay.
I'll be giving one very soon.
You will be giving one very soon. Okay. So do we be here on Monday or Tuesday? I'll be taking a soft skill session, so maybe I'll be adding it on to it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Sounds good.
I actually passed an interview, and I was like, they were asking for me that join our college. They randomly took my interview, but then they were like, join our college, take our course after this.
Okay.
First impression.
I once attended the public speaking session public speaking or group discussion session wherein this cloud speak movement was the only topic, and I was not a very regular member of Unity that time. And after that, there was a group discussion round of an interview. I did not clear the interview, but I cleared the group discussion round just by following the public speaking pattern and spoke once. And then I was transferred to the interview, but I did not clear the interview because I hadn't attended any interview session.
Okay. Hopefully you will now. Sometimes it's good that you take a lesson and you get back. I hope others also will take lessons.
Yes, so once I attended the personal interview session once, and I cleared the interview.
Good. Oh yes, you got a job. I remember you told me. Okay, guys, that sounds good. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow with some other session. Okay, goodbye.